Afternoon, ladies and gents. It is Friday the 18th of July. This is day 5 of the dry fasting, but I'm going to talk about yesterday. So on day 4, that being yesterday, I was up early. I grabbed my webbing and off I went. When I say webbing, it's kind of the sort of military pouches that you kind of, it's on a belt, and you can put, various various sort of tools and survival aids in these pouches. Anyway, getting off of that, let's move on. I grabbed my webbing and then off I went. The aim yesterday was to keep busy, motivated, and just to keep my mind from wandering, as it did on sort of day 3. Day 3 or Wednesday was the worst. I felt shit, and I'll be honest with you, I struggled because I was there around I was kind of just sitting around and not really doing much, and if you're not doing much, then your mind tends to wander in thinking about how uncomfortable it was becoming, and overcoming any temptation, like going to the fridge or the cupboard for food and water. That can be sort of challenging, especially if you're feeling a bit shit. I managed to get out yesterday. Made a quick fire, even in the rain. It was only small. I didn't keep it going for long because there was just no point. However, I did take a walk around a lake or a big pond, whatever you want to call it. Picked a bulrush to use as kindle for the fire, or for starting the fire, and then I collected water into a bottle from the pond. As you can see, the live straw was used to sort of filter the water, but I did find myself in a strange mindset when, basically what I was doing, when the water was kind of dripping into the bottle through the live straw, I was kind of sort of sat there thinking. Now I actually done a separate video, it's only a minute long, so I'm actually going to show that for you instead. I didn't get round to making a fishing rig, which is one of the things I kind of wanted to do, which was, I wanted to do that just to use some sort of bits and pieces out of my survival tin and all the rest of it. Anyway, I headed back, cleaned and dried my kit, got that squared away, and then moved on to the next task of the day. So again, guys, I'm talking about yesterday. When I was leaving the area, I could see a few sort of blackberries growing on the bushes, so I grabbed a bunch of them and then sort of took them home, which will be included in the next task. I wanted to further test temptation for food, and no better way than to do that is to cook some food yourself. So I grabbed some chicken and mince yesterday, a couple of jars of sauce, and off I went. I made a katsu chicken curry and a spaghetti bolognese. They were sort of meals for 2, so they were relatively small. So after they were cooked, I squared them away into the sort of fridge, into containers, and then with the other halves of each meal, I sort of decided to dehydrate them. Then with the blackberries, I made a blackberry and apple crumble, as you can see from the pictures, which we'll be eating later on today. Then we moved on to the last day, day 5, as in today. Now, sadly, I woke up at 12:30 a.m. in the morning, wide awake, and I just couldn't get back to sleep. I went downstairs, I sat on the sofa until about 2 a.m. And then fell back to sleep until 6 a.m. this morning. Last night at 2 a.m. I started to feel a bit shit, and I started to get sort of mild pains in my left kidney. When I got up this morning at 6 o'clock and took the dogs for a walk, the right kidney was starting to let me know that it wasn't happy either. So I was out with the dogs, and I was sort of shuffling around the walk with the animals, and my energy levels were kind of just becoming sort of depleted. So with that, I closed the fast at 0900 or 9 a.m. this morning by having a nice ice cold pint of water. So guys, that is just a quick update for yesterday, and I will provide everything else in terms of summary and any other updates that I've missed in a minute.